Yo, we live. Listening to Volume 85 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here's your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Lante, aka your mom called me over for Mother's Day. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid, JB. What's good?
Happy to be here, man. It's the kid JB. Could have been right last week. Mr. Told You So. Not because I'm always right, but when I am right, I told you so. Mr. Sorry for the wait, man. We're a day late with the pod, hence Mother's Day. Did you call your mom yesterday, bro?
Of course, I called my mom. Had to say what's up. Let her know. Obviously, tell her wish her a happy Mother's Day. See what's going on. Check in with what's going on with the family. Um, Found out that my little brother got a tattoo of her name on his neck. So
Oh, man.
all right, he got it. He won. Like, I know,
So
I
I
know,
got you
I
a
know to take
bracelet.
the L.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I got
funny.
you this phone call, so he
In
got
like
it.
big old font or what?
Huh? I haven't seen it yet. I'm guessing in cursive or something.
Uh, he's like, it's in Winding, Joe.
It's
That's
funny.
tight. I went from the bottom top up, called my grandma.
Mm,
She gave her shouts, and I was schooling her on some shit. Because you know how my sister's about to have a baby?
mm-hmm.
So I'm about to be an uncle.
Congrats.
Yeah, I did a lot of work. But
Mm-hmm.
not my grandma, she's about to become a great grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her, I was like, yo, grandma, you know how you always talk about like, oh, I can't believe you've gotten how big and how old we've gotten and so fast. In reality, I'm gonna be watching my grandma grow up from a grandma to a great grandma. What's up?
Oh wow, yeah, that's true.
Mm. My whole life, I've analyzed her as a grandma, and now I can sit back and be like, how does she handle her baby's baby?
I don't know what how I feel like everybody got defined roles from mother to grandma. Like, what is I don't really know the great grandma kind of a wild card.
Well, I was then thinking, and I mean, no, because as my grandma, I would never even want to have a leg up. It's like, is it, you know how like, your grandma, you bow down for everything. But if it's like your nephew, are you like, yo, grandma, this is my nephew type shit? Like,
Mm,
stay out of it. But nah, you can't say it.
nah,
But anyway, yeah. So I called her, and that was cool. She talked about the Yankees.
nice.
Then I called talked to my mom. Um, I text her. I feel bad I didn't call her, but she's always busy on Sundays and shit. So, um, or when I call, she tells me I am doing this, I'm doing that. So whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hit her on the gram though. She's one of the number one supporters, man. She has one of our T-shirts that you can get at T Public. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
um, but then yeah, man. I heard it was Burr Candy's birthday.
Oh yeah, for sure, Katie.
Shouts to Mama.
Shouts to Katie. Even though who knows when she'll be able to hear this. uh, you know, it's nice because it's her birthday and like she almost done with school, so you know what I mean she's just in a better mood all around.
Yeah,
Then most part this is like a good time of the year for her.
but yeah, man. So that was yesterday. But anyways, so what was your weekend like, dude?
Yeah. So my weekend, like you said, it was Katie's birthday, so yeah, pretty much a lot of doing shit for her. She wanted to just chill out Friday. We had Aubrey and Trav come over. We were playing some games. She really wanted to play fucking Phase 10, which I hate. You ever play Phase 10?
Is that like Uno?
It's basically it's this card game that like you have to. I don't know how to explain. If you ever play like Tunk or Gin Rummy, like you have to have like runs of certain cards. Like you gotta get one, two, three, four, or like four threes or three threes. Like you got to get like certain like there's 10 phases that you got to get. And you have
Oh
to get
yeah, it's like a color
down.
scheme and shit.
Yeah, and you have to get 10 of those down to win the game. But the only problem is that shit takes fucking forever.
So you gotta get rid of your cards.
Basically, but it's like you go through rounds. So like we all playing in a hand, and I might be on, I might be on phase 5 and somebody else is on phase 3 and somebody else is on phase 2 or somebody's on phase 7, and
Yeah.
like you're trying to get through all the phases. But then like if you don't, you know what I mean, if somebody keeps getting all the cards out, then you just stuck on that phase forever, and it just took fucking forever. There's no strategy in the game. It's all luck. You know
Word.
what I mean? And so
So
you was waiting for yourself to get these cards, and then it's like we were literally playing for like 4 hours.
sounds
That
like
shit. Didn't play any other game.
sounds like Uno, dog.
Yeah, but Uno's way more fun, dude. And Uno, you're the strategy,
I think it's just because you got to yell the word Uno. It's like, yo, we out here.
All right, you need to fucking hit people with fucking, bitch, draw 18, or you know what I mean? You see the Uno dropped on it's on Twitter. They're saying like the rules were that you can't double up on the draws. Like if I put down a draw 2, somebody else can't come out on top of my draw 2 with a draw 2 and make the other person next to him draw 4.
Yeah, I don't. Depends on who
But
you play with, but
right, there's like somebody said it also said house rules. So if you have my house, we definitely fucking your ass up.
damn, there's a shout out to the spot on Mill. It's called like Snakes and Lattes or something. They
Mm-hmm.
have board games and stuff while you drink lattes.
Oh, nice.
And there's this one game. It's kind of fun. Like we first played a trivia game, and it was cool. It would have been more fun if there was more people type thing.
Right.
But this other game, it was called like Get Packing or some shit, and it's just a bunch of plastic pieces, and you try to pack it in a suitcase based on what the card says, And it's so funny because I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna smash this game," you know what I'm saying? And I'm fiddling with all the pieces, trying to get them in the suitcase, and I just kept thinking of my dad the entire time, him being like, "You're not fucking bringing this, okay? If I can't fit it in the suitcase, it's not coming."
Right.
And I kept being like closing the shit, being like, "Yo, I think I won." And Joel's like, "You know, half the shit's not in the suitcase." I'm like, "I'm not gonna use it. I don't fuck it up." So yeah, that game was cool. But
Oh, I bet.
yeah. But yeah, phase 10. Again, I think also those games are fun if like based on who you're playing with.
No, yeah, like to me, it has a level because it takes so long that like even if it's fun to begin with, eventually you get tired of that shit.
Same,
You know
yeah,
what I
I
mean?
feel you on that.
But I feel that about same way about Monopoly. We were actually talking about that too because I was like, I've never been through a full game of Monopoly without other people starting to argue. Like, you know what I mean? And started getting mad because people started getting real crazy with it. Like, oh shit, you landed on boardwalk, give me my fucking money.
Yeah, right. It just
And
takes too long, or people get too into it, and they're like, "Oh,
yeah,
technically," and then they start breaking out their own
all
rules.
right, people get pissed, like you yelling, and then Trav, shouts to Trav as always. He was like, he said he never played it when people really like fought about it. I'm like, damn, y'all wasn't getting into it then. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he played a civil game of Monopoly.
Right? I never heard of that. Should be
What? They just packed the game up and went to bed? No way.
all right. I was
Yeah,
like, motherfuckers used to get heated. I hated it.
yeah.
So yeah, no, we did that Friday. Saturday, we were just kind of chilling. Had a little day. Me and Katie just had a day to ourselves. Then we went to dinner, Mexican spot, and then went to a movie. The movie we saw was The Hustle. I don't know if you've seen the previews for that guy.
We saw the preview for it, and not my cup of tea. I'm not a Rebel Wilson fan, but
Oh yeah. We were talking like the movie was very not good. It was like
oh,
I bang with Anne Hathaway. She's a good actress. She cool. Shouts to Ella Enchanted. But yeah, I feel like they're trying to make Rebel Wilson be like the new
Paul Blart.
Paul Blart, the new like Melissa McCarthy,
Yeah, I know.
and I that's not like I'm not trying to bang because I like a decent amount of Melissa McCarthy movies, but she definitely got some ones that are just not good. But like I don't think the only Rebel Wilson movie that I really like is the first Pitch Perfect that I can think of.
Or Bridesmaids is funny.
Like, you're thinking Melissa McCarthy?
Rebel Wilson wasn't in that.
No.
Oh, well then, yeah, I am thinking about
Oh
Melissa.
wait, was she in that?
Yeah, I think so, dude.
Was she the person's roommate? No, I think that was a different person.
Okay, well,
I think Melissa McCarthy then and Bridesmaids, but Yeah, they're trying to make her that, and I'm like, she's not really, because Melissa McCarthy got some good ass movies, and Homegirl not really do that. This is the second movie that she's had this year. I saw that Isn't It Romantic movie too, and that one was also kind of You know what I mean?
She was in Bridesmaids. Cool.
Was she like the roommate?
Yeah.
That's what I thought that she might be, but even then, her part wasn't the same. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I'm not an analyst of hers.
I was,
uh,
I was
I
just
don't.
saying, like she was like, oh, kind of just there.
I'm not a
But
fan of the whole like, oh, I'm getting like that's her whole typecast shit. She's like, oh, I'm getting caught in a weird situation, and now I'm acting awkward. Like that's kind of the whole spiel over and over again. But hey, man, she's making millions, so good for her.
oh, I'm not knocking her at all in terms of like obviously get your money if they're gonna ask you to make the movies, make the movies.
Yeah. So that's cool, man. Sounds pretty lit. And that was Saturday.
Yeah, and then so yeah, that movie I probably give like I don't know 1 buckethead out of 5, and then Sunday we went and did brunch with Katie's family over there. Shouts to them. We let everybody know that when we're getting married or whatever in June. So that's out. That's out in these streets.
June
And
what?
June 27th. We just going to the courthouse, but we was letting
Hey,
everybody.
I'm gonna pull up. I got
um,
the wild sign. I'm like, yo, it was good.
that's funny. And then yeah, then we were just chilling watching Game of Thrones and seeing everybody get mad at the episode. But
Yeah,
what was your weekend like?
man. So Friday, a little bit of redundancy, man. I got the wild anxiety. Shouts to the sponsor, Sunday Scaries.
Mm-hmm.
They got gummies and tinctures and shit, and that's what I use. But anyway, I was fucking, I get anxious, bro. Like after work, cause I'm like, I just want to chill at home. But I had somewhere to be Friday night, and yeah. So I got home and chilled, and I DoorDashed some food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the spot was like looking good, and I was like, all right, this is like I haven't seen this on DoorDash before. This is legit. It was like a pasta spot, and it had like penny, and it was if you're a first time customer, you got it for free or whatever, or not the order, but the delivery.
Yeah.
I'm ordering. I'm like, yo, this looks good. This looks good. I ordered like 2 things. It was like $15. I was like, that's cool. It said 40 minutes, whatever, free delivery. I was like, bet. And then, I was waiting. And then I had a homie come through and we were chilling for a little bit. And I was like, man, I ordered food a while ago. Whatever. It must be, take a while. It's all good, like I was like actually surprisingly patient. And then I was like, all right, man, it's been like an hour. Let me check this shit. And I see a missed email and it says, oh, we canceled the order
What?
because the restaurant closed between the time the guy went to go pick it up and the time you called it in. I was like, so they just left cooked food inside the restaurant? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
And yeah, so they never showed up, man. So that's why I'm beefing with fucking DoorDash right now.
You teaching with all the DoorDash because of that very
Yeah.
hyper selective situation?
Yeah. I mean, I always, you know what I'm saying? But like, dude, I'm so pissed. I was like, bro, what? So then, so yeah, man. So that was that. I didn't get the food I wanted, whatever. So that was Friday. Saturday, dude.
I was gonna say,
What?
well, one, shout out to the sponsors. Sunday Scaries. Make sure if you do have issues with anxiety, you can go and get some products from there. Go to the website. We got a special link you can go to. That'd be crazy. But also, if you're just there, be sure to use the promo code Bucket Up for 10% off of your purchase. But I was gonna say, I mean, I know you've been messing with it because you got the driving issue. But like I always just can't fuck with DoorDash because they put the fees on top of that shit and tip, and at the end of the day, don't even be worth it, bro.
Nah, yeah, you don't smoke weed, so like I'm usually high, so I shouldn't drive anyway. But then the Mega Flex homie said, well, if you're gonna do that, you might as well just order an Uber and have him take you just
Yeah,
to a McDonald's, and then you could
you
just
probably be cheaper if you don't get all the fucking charges on top.
right. So that yeah, so I don't know. So there's that, man. I'm nervous. I don't know. Uh,
I was about to say you wildly you just gotta try to finesse getting Joel to come over. It's like, hey, you wanna come over?
well, not.
Also, can you stop at Mickey D's
I
on
did.
the way? Yeah.
Nah, see, I tried that. I started a fight one time. She was like, "Oh, you just want me to come over for that?" I was like, "Well, nah, but
Also.
yeah." No, but see, that's not. Nah, she's got her own apartment now too, so I got to be over there more often.
Oh yeah, true.
Which is weird. She lives right next to a Burger King, right? And
Mhm.
so do I. But I'd be craving Burger King way more now that she lives next to one than I do. That makes no sense, right?
Mm-mm. Make no
Um.
sense.
Anyway, so that was Friday. But Saturday, speaking of driving anxiety, I did have some wild driving anxiety. Um. Dude, my shit is like when you're coming around the corner on the freeway, like your lane kind of wraps around, and
Mhm.
then theirs wraps around too. But like, and you're in the same lane, dude. Man, I get like crippled. I can't like do that shit, you know.
Yeah.
So my new hack is I GPS to as far as I can drive on the freeway until I get like spoofed out, and then I change the GPS coordinates to say avoid highway, and I just take the side streets the rest of the spot time.
Wait, so now I'm confused. So so the biggest your anxiety is just on the highway?
Yeah, which is weird because my accident didn't happen on the highway.
Having in the intersection, right?
Right.
Hmm.
So it's just the high speeds and just my tunnel vision, bro. It looks like every car is like swerving into me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, nah, let me get off this real quick. Like,
I
and
mean,
it's
I
just
get it.
cars flying behind me, cars switching lane. It's just too much for me, man. And it sucks because like I have a brand new car and I pay for it. Like I should be able to enjoy it, you know?
True. I mean,
Um,
not though. I mean, I know my aunt. I think she never like gets on the highway. She's just not about it. She just takes the street unless they're going on a trip somewhere. She usually just takes the street routes. She's like,
so
fuck it.
yeah, dude. So I was driving very cautiously, and I admit it. Like I'm definitely now a liability because I'm a timid driver. You know.
Are you good when you're in the passenger seat or no?
Actually, not recently, dude. Like I pretend I'm in driver's ed and I'm like trying to press a brake where it doesn't exist,
Oh shit.
and I'll be like, I don't know, dude. It's just yeah, it's not a
I'm
good
sure
time.
that's fun for Joelle.
She hates it. We get in fights daily, but it's
Oh
okay.
man.
It's cool though. Anyway, so then that's Saturday day. Saturday night, man. Shouts to AZCFL broadcasting semifinals. The games were pretty crazy. Two good teams that came down to one, or four teams came down to two. What was kind of cool was shouts to the homie Trez. He was actually out there because his former team was in the semifinals.
Nice.
So it was cool running into him. Um, Trying to think what else. Yeah, no, that was Saturday, and then Saturday. Oh yeah, I went on a Fat Boy Jesse spurt a little bit too. Between like 2 hours, I had 2 subs from Firehouse Subs.
What?
I went to the gas station, and it was connected to a Popeyes,
Mm.
and I was like, man, this smells really good. How much for a 4-piece? And they're like, we got a special $3.99. I was like, all right, run it. So I got $15 unleaded and some chicken.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm,
smashed that in the car. And then I'm
mm.
driving to the stadium and I see them making burgers. And I was like, oh, they got burgers. So I ran and got a burger, fam.
I'm about to say, yo, the Popeyes that like they got the dip, you get the tenders,
Yeah.
the sweet hot, yo, that shit fire.
So I ate
But
then the burger.
I can't believe you ate 2 Firehouse subs. That's like $28.
I had now see you. Come on, man. Finesse Jesse. I had the coupon and the fucking promo thing on my phone. Buy one, get
Okay.
one. Yeah, dude. You're right about that though. It's a fucking savings account to go to Firehouse.
Yeah, they fucking. I don't understand why they think they. I don't. It's their subs are okay to me, but I'm like these prices don't really fit how big these subs are, sir.
Yeah, and and fuck fire trucks. If you think about it, they're actually just water trucks.
Damn, that's
You
philosophical, bro.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah. They should be like fire dampening trucks or something like that.
yeah,
That's
like
wild.
yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, yeah, I can't think of one off rip, but they just be showing up, being a wet
Um,
blanket. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
I know. You know, it's been obviously we didn't do this over the weekend. This is right now we're recording Monday night because we had some scheduling problems, but we both actually saw the movie Long Shot last weekend. Did you tell me you banged with it hard, right?
yeah, man, big fan of it. I'm a big Seth Rogen fan as well as journalism. I definitely am not the rom com type guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of predicted what was going to happen in the movie, and you have to be kind of stupid not to. So going into the movie, I kind of expected what it was going to be, but I'm a big fan of Seth Rogen. So yeah, man, I think 4 out of 5 bucket hats, for sure, or 4.5. He plays a Jewish journalist in Brooklyn, and I just ultimately want to make that my life. I
Yeah.
have one of it down so far. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think I'm with you. Literally the exact same. Like, just know. You, now, granted, most movies you can go to and probably predict a lot of what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But I would put like scary movies and romantic comedies that are like high on the list of shit that's so formulaic that there's just no way around you and understanding that they're gonna get together and then at some point there's gonna be a conflict in their relationship. Then this person's gonna realize they were wrong and they're gonna come back together. Like that's like it's no matter what you do, like that's just how rom coms just work. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
And
there's no way
yeah.
getting around it, you know?
Right. So for the non-spoiler review, man, Seth Rogen plays an investigative journalist for
Mhm.
a low budget news source. They get bought out by a competitor and a political pundit that he's not a fan of. So he refuses, or it's a hard time for him working there. And then and then he meets up, and then throughout the preview, like it shows, he meets up with Charlize Theron, who I mistook for Scarlett Johansson,
What?
just because the names sound like Shakespeare-ish.
I guess they both do sound like very Southern African ass names. So I'm with you.
All right, and then O'Shea Jackson Jr., which is Ice Cube's son,
Yeah, notably from Straight Outta Compton playing his dad.
right? Playing Ice Cube,
Mm-hmm.
very funny, man. So 4.5 bucketheads out of 5. I knocked 0.5 off because it's a little formulaic, but I went into it expecting that. The popcorn came out fire, by the way.
I like
Um,
popcorn.
blooper was I bought another loyalty cup because I thought I lost mine, and it happened to be
Hey.
under my seat. So now I got 2 loyalty cups on deck. So if you need to come through, Ty, and we're gonna see a movie my way, or I could bring one to you, I got you on the soda refill.
I bet. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I probably exact same 4.5. Like I already said, rom com's probably gonna be formulaic regardless of what you do. I don't know if there's any way around that. Like, you really don't want your fucking rom com to have a twist. Just like
We're
like
brother and sister.
yeah, like oh shit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Only thing I could think of is the end of the breakup where it kind of felt like the whole movie they were gonna get back together and then they didn't. Spoiler alert for the breakup, I guess. Even though it's
Well,
called
it's
the
not
fucking
called the
breakup.
reunion. Fuck
Yeah,
the
it's not called the get back together, but you know what I'm
you know
saying.
what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Uh,
Fuck it, split.
but yeah, no. So you're gonna see some shit going, but like with most comedies, even if it's because most comedies are either like dumb, so you can kind of see what happens, but I would say it's about the laughs that you get along the way, and like whether or not you kind of believe in things like what happened. But I would say on just being funny because Seth Rogen probably hasn't missed. I can't think of the last Seth Rogen movie that I didn't actually like. Like maybe Observe and Report was kind of weird to me, but Homeboy usually doesn't miss. So
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't like. No, I liked them all the way back from Freaks and Geeks, man.
yeah, that's saying like all the movie Knocked Up fire, 40 Virgin fire, Super Bad, fire. What's it called? Pineapple Express, fire. You know what I'm saying? This Is the End, fire. You
You
know what
got
I'm
them
saying?
all.
Yep.
This is 40. Or no, no, you said Knocked Up. This is
Yeah.
40. No, I don't think he's in this 40.
I
But
don't think
yeah,
that's not really his, but yeah, you got Sausage Party. You know, Sausage Party is a little weird, still funny. You know what I mean?
yeah, you named them all, bro.
Yeah, I was saying like all them shits are fucking fire.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so I will say, yeah, I mean, without spoiling and stuff like that, it's funny as shit. We give y'all like a month. After that, we spoiling the fuck out of it because I liked it all.
yeah, go see it. I had heard that it didn't do too well in the box office, and most of that is because it came out literally a week after Avengers came out. Which
Yeah,
is,
bad
Avengers is
timing.
it's just the second hosting movie of all time. So they kind of ran into a juggernaut. I don't know whose idea it was to release that shit
Right.
now, but again, I don't know when they're supposed to because we're in that like stretch in this. We always had this stretch from May going into like basically August where it's just like every week there's like a blockbuster type movie. So we had Avengers. And then, Long Shot's a good movie. But, like, we got Pokemon movie came out last weekend. And then next weekend, you got John Wick. And then the weekend after that, you got Aladdin. And then the weekend after that, there's, like, all types of shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I think X-Men's coming out soon. Like, it's just all big blockbuster movies. So, you know, some of these lower movies kind of get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. What's funny is we actually tried to go see the movies last night or go to the movies last night. Just saw.
See what?
Right. There was nothing playing, man. And we fucking
Yeah.
mad. I thought about, I low key want to see The Intruder.
Oh, I did not see it. Shouts to Trav and Aubrey as always. They went and saw it. They said it was okay, even though I saw the preview and was like, I think I saw the whole movie.
And,
And so
right.
I'm like,
And I just wanted an excuse to get popcorn, bro.
there you go. You wasn't trying to fuck with the Pokemon movie. I'm gonna see that next.
Son, I was asking you the most ignorant questions. I was like, yo, where's Ash? You're like, you ain't in this.
You ain't, bro. You like the only person. You didn't have like the Game Boy and Pikachu or
I thought it was
Pokemon like Red and Blue or something like that.
yeah, isn't Ash in that shit?
Yeah, I know. Well, Ash is in like the cartoon. He's never like. Maybe he was in a couple of the Game Boy games. You know
Oh,
what I'm
this is
saying?
the real life Pikachu?
No. This is like a weird like adaptation where it's just like a random dude and Pikachu can talk but he can't talk, but the dude can understand him, which is I guess is the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's like Dr. Doolittle.
Right? Yeah, in a way, but he can't. I don't. He can't understand every Pokemon. Only Pikachu.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but I had heard
that's funny.
generally decent reviews, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch that. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna watch John Wick 3. I'm hearing that shit's fire.
I'm gonna watch the first two this week. I haven't seen.
I can't believe you haven't seen it, man. Actually, I should be. I don't know why. Don't I believe you didn't see the movie?
Yeah, I don't call you shocked, bro. So good transition though. Speaking of backpedal a little bit, in the long shot.
Long shot.
There's a part where Seth Rogen feels out of place at a party. That's all I'll say. And that transitions perfectly because Friday night, Joelle's little sister had her 21st birthday party at a house. They did it at a house party because most of her homies are under 21 still because she's like, the quarterback.
Right. Smart.
So, I was like, man, I really, this is a party full of people my age is not my thing, let alone a party full of people that's 10 years younger than me, like, I don't know about all that. And Joelle, she's like, come on, can you just, show up and be nice? Blah, blah. I was like, yeah, you're right. I'll just roll a bunch of blunts and walk around the house. Like they rented the sick Airbnb in Scottsdale. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll just do it. But then, as the week progressed, I was like, I don't want to do this. And even Joelle was cool about it. She was just like, you don't have to come if you don't want to. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I want to, but like, it's just, I want to just come and sleep over at the house. Like, I don't want to party. I'm not going to party with a bunch of 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it. I'll just show up. So
at least make an appearance,
Yeah. And, I was like, I can just, sleep there so I can show up on the late night,
Right.
So I got there around midnight. And bro, it's so funny. I mean, I don't know. You didn't smoke. I don't know. You didn't smoke like that in college to the point. Well, one time I was at a party, or not one time. Whenever you're at a party and you're known for being one of the stoners in the room, sometimes like friends of your friends will run up to you and be like, "Are you Jesse? Do you have the weed?" And you're just like, "Fam, who are you?" That happened a lot, right?
Mhm.
So at this party, that is like reminiscent of that because this girl just ran up to me and she's like, "Oh, are you Jesse?" And I was like, what's up?" She's like, "Do you have weed?" I was like, "Nah, I don't." Who are you? Like,
Right.
and she's like, "Oh, okay," and then just kind of like scampered off. I was like, "Fam, what is this?"
Mhm.
And then right when she walked away, I was like, Joel's cousin was there. I was like, "I'm gonna go roll a blunt," and I was just walking outside, right? But then, bro, it was mad funny. As I was like, "Yo, I'm just like so out of place right now. I just don't want, I just want it to get later. And I can fall asleep, but I'm being a good boyfriend, yada yada." Joelle comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, this kid dislocated his knee." I was like, what?" She's like, "Yeah, we called the ambulance." I was like, "You called the ambulance
At this party where
at
people
this
are,
party, underage party, and I'm probably the oldest cat here. Imma be responsible for this shit?"
yeah.
And I was like,
Also, how homeboy dislocated his knee, fam.
right. I was like, "Was he doing the 40-yard dash? Like, what the fuck?" So I'm just like, "Alright, Imma go outside." So then I just hang out outside, and I'm like, "Man, this is bullshit. Like, this is why I didn't wanna be here, yada yada, but this is just all for Joelle, yada yada." And I'm like, "Let me see how long it is, like, what's going on." I go inside, and within 2 seconds, like, one of the kids also doesn't know me. He's just like, "Hey, man, you gotta talk to the medics about not bringing him to the hospital." And
Wow.
I was like, "Yeah, Imma go back outside." So I just walked right the fuck back outside, fam. And then they were all, like, conspiring with each other, like, "Yo, he doesn't have insurance, or does he have insurance, blah, blah, blah." Like, a trip to the ambulance, that shit's like $2,000, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for
this
sure.
you don't want that to be, I dislocated my knee at a party, like, be your story. You want that to be like, "Yo, someone shot me," type shit.
Right, right.
Um, so sure as shit, they carry your man out on a stretcher, and everyone's patting the stretcher like he's the quarterback in the fourth quarter. And they're
Wow.
like, "We got you, fam.
Like,
We got you. We're gonna hold you down.
hey.
God has a plan for all of us."
Hey, man, it's gonna be all right, bro. You tried your hardest.
Yeah, I'm laughing so hard. I'm like, "Yo,
Meanwhile, he the first person to catch a dislocated knee off a beer pong game.
dude, exactly." I was laughing so hard, bro. Then Joelle's, like, type drunk a little bit, and she's like, "It's not that funny." I was like, "Yes, it is. This
A little
dude
funny.
randomly just." I was like, "You gotta understand that, like, if this was a party back in my time or back on my crew and anybody tore a fucking dislocated knee or some shit, they're clowning you to the death." You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make sure you're alright,
All
but
right.
then this is just gonna be a roast session. They'll be like, "Who are you, a Marion?" Like, come on.
Like, bro, what are you doing vigorously to be out here dislocating the whole kneecap?
Like, did we just get served? Is that what this is?
Homeboy was doing wild. That's what it is. I'm sure he was white. He's out here doing the whoa and trying to hit the Millie Rock and just throwing out a whole kneecap, bro.
Right. So I was laughing really hard. So that was that. And then this motherfucker comes back to the party like 2 hours later in a knee brace and everything and starts telling all these like
Wait, he came
stories.
back to the party.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, will this motherfucker just die? He won't quit.
Yo, to be young and on your parents' insurance.
Bro, and then he starts talking about how he was like a boss at the fucking hospital, and he was like, I was like, "Where's my hat?" And they gave me my hat. I was like, "Oh, it's a great story." And then so then like we're just chilling, and then Joel's like, "Do you want to play beer pong with these kids or whatever?" And like it wasn't for real beer pong, like it was the most unstructured shit I've ever seen.
Was
And
that
I
even,
was like,
how's that even work?
it was just on it was on like the countertop, like it wasn't like an actual table. And like anyway, so we're playing, and fam, it's just so funny because I was there, we get it, we both were. It's like beer pong used to be a serious fucking thing back in when we partied, you know?
Mhm.
It's not serious anymore, man.
They
But
just seem to be going about it.
to these kids it fucking were, and they were like letting us know, like, yo, move these cups and move that. What's funny though is like, man, I sound like the old fuck. But they got some wild ass rules, bro. And it's not the way we used to play, fam.
Everybody though, they got their own like house rules, you know? And that's how you
Sure.
just gotta buy house rules.
This was not their house though. This was the Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was like. But anyway, back in my day, bro, there was two different ways. There was either 3-cup, where if you leave the ball in and the next person shoots and gets the ball in the same cup, that's 3. Or
Oh,
we did pull cup, where if you make it, say we're on the same team and I shoot and make it, they pull the cup, you make another cup, we get balls back, right?
right.
Usually the alternatives to those two, I don't know if y'all did it, but we did heating up. So if you get 3 in a row,
Yeah.
you go again, and then you get to call island, and if you get the island cup, you get that back. Or
Oh yeah, you do balls back on island. We do 2 cups on island.
See, that's fair. They were talking about 3.
3 cups on island.
3 cups on island on top of doing triple cup. I was like, fam, what's the point of playing 10 cup then? Like,
Yeah, it's like a lot.
so
See,
yeah.
we did that balls back. Obviously, heating up, same. If you bounce it, you get 2 cups.
Yeah.
If
SWAT.
only we hit if you shoot it in the cup and the person they don't move the cup away, and you shoot it in the same cup as the person who hit it before. That's game. That's the way we played it.
Death cup.
Yeah. And then a 10 cup, you get 2 re-racks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
OT, did you guys do OT? For the first OT, you're fine. But if you go in the second OT, you could do the chandelier cup where you put the cup on top of the 3.
No, we usually did best of 3 overtime, and then we did, or no, my bad. We usually just did like last cup overtime, just 1-on-1 cup.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did the chandelier. You put the cup on top of the 3, and then you got to hit that first cup first before you can start hitting the 3 underneath.
I got you. That's cool. Yeah. Overtime. See, I feel like overtime should be more parity, because then that's like the true, like, it's not always gonna happen type shit.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you run into stuff and people are doing different things. Like people can bounce off the wall. I've seen somebody bounce it off the wall to end the game before, and that shit was crazy. Like, but it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah, me and my boy Patty, we used to be in tournaments a lot at ASU. They used to a lot of parties to happen and shit. And
bro, every weekend it was crazy.
I know, I loved it, but yeah, no, we used to lose in the most ridiculous fashion. Like one time they were on rebuttal, like they couldn't miss. If they missed one, they were done. They made like 5 in a row and like took us out. I was like, yo, this is nuts.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I've had it where like I didn't even get a chance to shoot, and they just hit every fucking cup. And they just kept getting balls back, and they just ended our shit. I'm like, well, all right.
Like, shit. My homie did that one time, but he got mad at his partner. Like the other team was just crushing him, and he just looks at his friends like, "Yo, come on!" He's like, "What do you want me to do?" We're like, "We haven't shit." He's like, "We haven't shot yet, man." It was so funny, bro.
You just trying to blame somebody, like, yo, man, what the fuck? It's like literally nothing I could do. Like, it's not like they were bouncing and I wasn't paying attention. Like, nah, bro, they just hit every fucking cup. Like, kudos to them, bro.
Oh, it was so funny, dude. But anyway, so they beat us.
Yeah, oh damn.
And yeah, so it wasn't that serious though. I think I made like 1 cup.
Out here partying and shit, bro.
Yeah, I had a Gatorade on decky.
There you go.
Which I forgot to bring in here. Damn it, it's all good. But yeah, nah. So that was Friday, man, and it was a good touch up on also what I was talking about. How we talked about too washed for the club, definitely too washed for house parties, man.
Yeah.
So I ended up Joel was like, you can go to bed if you want, which I did, and I watched Netflix on my phone, and I watched the AOC documentary.
Yeah, I heard that was good, by the way.
I fell asleep.
I heard it was very moving and heartwarming, so that's cool. What was I to say? Another thing, kind of digressing. I saw this on Twitter. They're talking. There was a lady or girl, I guess, on Twitter asking people whether or not when they shower, do they actually wash their legs when they shower? And me reading that, and I'm like, what? Like,
That's a fair question.
what? If I'm in the shower, bro, I'm washing my whole body.
No. Sorry, not if. How? I'm a weirdo. I bring my knees to my chest, and I'll be washing my legs like that.
You like sit on the ground and you just
No, I'm standing. I got the wild balance, fam. I'm standing.
That's crazy.
You think I'm bending over? Nah.
That seems standing up and putting your knees to your chest seems way wilder than sitting down.
I'm ready for anything.
But either way, you wash your, because she wasn't saying how. She was like, do you actually wash your legs in the shower? I'm like, yeah.
And
I'm
feet.
in the shower.
I give myself a foot massage, fam.
They're like, or do you just kind of wash your body and then let the soap drip down? And I'm like, nah, I'm in the shower. I'm there to wash. Like, I'm not trying to, like, what? I'm not letting gravity do most of the damn work.
Yo, do you brush your top teeth and let the toothpaste dribble down?
Let it just trickle down to the bottom teeth in the back. Like, bro, like, what type of logic is that, man?
Gravity always wins, G. So you're not a scientist.
Like, bro, I don't even wash my armpits. I put shampoo in my hair and I just let the suds go down to my armpits. Get that one too. Yeah. Like, bro, what? And then it turned into how many times people actually shower. And I didn't know if it was a Two Americas thing or these white people on the internet were just dirty. Because they were like, some chicks said, yeah, I only shower like 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm like, y'all smelly.
Oh, we're approaching the summertime in Arizona where it's at least 2 to 3 showers a day, fam.
Yeah, come on now. Like, do you do that? Like, where you at? You probably shower like daily, right? Cause you go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm daily with it. I will say there's a couple of times I'll go in spurts where I'll like shower the morning. I'll shower that morning type deal.
Mm.
And then I won't shower again till the next morning. And then I'll kind of forget, like, yo, when was the last time I showered?
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, so I get caught up in that. There's definitely never longer than a day and a half I go.
Right. Like, I feel like I need to. I always go back and forth on whether or not I should shower at night or shower in the morning. You shower at night and you don't have to worry about it in the morning. You don't feel like you're taking up time or whatever to get ready. You feel like you can sleep in a little bit more. Yeah. But then also you feel more refreshed when you shower in the morning. You kind of wake up more. And then also you got like germs you bring into your bed. I know my one homie says he showers as soon as he gets home from work every day. Like, he gets home from work, he takes off his work shit, showers, and he just doesn't shower again until the next day at that time. I'm like, oh, I mean, I get it. Like, that, it's not really different than how anybody else does it. But, like, I don't know. I feel like you get a decent amount of dirt going up before you go to bed, and you're not getting that refreshness in the morning. But I don't know.
There's levels to it, because it's funny that you say that. I actually used to think that the shower wakes me up in the morning, but once I get like out of the shower,
you be trying to chill.
I'd be like, man, I just want to go back to sleep now that I'm clean and like refreshed. And yeah, no, but you're right. Like, and there's something about, I mean, I know your job does too, but my job lets me wear hats, so I don't really do my hair or like have to really get ready like that.
Right.
So I kind of just wake up with it and just throw on a hat and a shirt and I'm out.
Right.
So like showering is just like if I want to smell good and I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So I can wait for after. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, I got I put on deodorant. I got the spray. I just hit that up real quick. Yeah. And I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to. 2 to 3 weeks is some wild shit. Like, the most I probably go, and I don't really like doing it on the weekdays. I'm like, I gotta be places, But I get it if you kind of chilling at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't go no, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that point, I just play it by ear. I might not shower again until Monday.
You know it's funny? It's just like, so I'm cool. Yeah, I'm always like, I'm cool with that. What's weird is, speaking of the gym, and that'll lead into our next shit, is I had a homie that used to shower before the gym.
Yeah, I heard about that. That shit's weird as hell.
He's like, I like to be clean before I work out. I'm like, before you get wild, sweaty, and gross? Like,
and then what do you do after the gym? You're not working?
Shower.
You're not fucking showering? He would sandwich it?
Yeah, he would just shower right after. Bro, and I'm like, at least
he sandwich it, because I heard of somebody who showered before the gym and then didn't shower again.
Yeah, nah, that's weird to me. And I be sweating and getting nasty. Like,
yeah, that's the whole point.
Right, and sometimes I'll be, just jumping in the pool after. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the pool. This is cool, and I'll just smell like chlorine.
Yo, we were talking about that too. Like people saying, like, nah, you ever like if I got a pool, I just go in the pool. I don't, I don't really need the shower. It's like, nah, you definitely still need the shower because you just smell like dirtiness and chlorine.
Yeah, not the flex, but sometimes I used to bring like just on some extra shit. I used to bring a toothbrush to work if I wanted to
Mm.
brush. You know what I'm saying? Or I might. Nah, I haven't yet. But it'd be funny if
Not the
you.
flex and shit, but I brought a toothbrush, toothbrush to work. Like my man's out here, like, yeah, not the flex. I brush 3 or 4 times a day.
What if you just brought some shampoo with it at work and then you just go in the sink or something, just wash your hair?
It's funny because like in our bathroom now at work, they got a little stand for like there's like mouthwash there and like lotion and shit. And so like you could like, hey, they got the shit there. You could just brush your teeth
Yeah,
and
I, I
get your freshie on.
I'd be eating a lot of onions. I don't know.
Damn.
But yeah, no. Speaking of so the gym, man, I caught a lot of slack for it last week, as I often do. I like to lay up some content. Whoever bites on it, well, you fall into my trap.
Mm,
And Joel lives right next to a gym that I belong to, and I was like, you know what? I'll be sleeping at her place throughout the week anyway. I'm gonna just go to the gym early in the morning and get it out of the way, and then I'll have the rest of the day to do whatever. That's what everyone tells me, right?
all right.
Couple things about that. I wake up in the morning and I got not the best stomach, so I'll be with the BGs and
The
aka
microplace.
yeah, all that stuff, and like I also have heartburn, so it's really hard for me to get up and then like start working out, exercising when it's like even hard to me collect. So that's one. Something about the gym, man, I enjoy it. It's actually something like it's like recess at school. You look forward to basketball, you look forward to hanging out, you look forward to doing fun shit.
Right.
And that's what the gym is for me. It's like I pay money to go there and enjoy it. It's not something that I need to do as a chore. It's something I enjoy doing. And time, I like to spend time there. And I know time is valuable. That's like a place I like to spend my time, right? So that's one. When I went before work, man, you're on a time crunch. And I have to be at work at 8:30 or 9, and I'm at the gym at like 7. I know I have to be done in a certain time and I have to change, and then
Right.
get to work. On top of all of that, I dread being at work the whole day. You know what I'm saying? Converse to that, when I'm done after work, I, get to enjoy the gym, take my time, fuck around on Twitter and Instagram and ESPN and see what's up. Just have an open slate and open mindset of what I get to do after the gym because I don't have anything after to do after that.
Right.
And I'm a night owl anyway. I'm not going to go to sleep for the next 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours anyway. So I'm up doing my thing, man. I tried going in the morning last week. I know it's only one time. And I had those extra 2 hours after work, but I just ended up being at work, being like, or not being at work. I ended up just being at home thinking, man, I could be at the gym right now.
That's crazy. You weren't like exhausted at all?
No, I was kind of just like antsy because I was like, man, usually I'm doing something right now. I
Right.
understand the merit behind it. Like, yes, if I had shit going on, like if I had to be somewhere, if I had kids or something, then yes, it's time consuming. Then I have to get it out of the way.
Right.
But the reasons people were telling me was all like choices. Some people were telling me like, oh, it makes me energetic throughout the day. I'm like, that's fine. I get energized after I work, and I like to use that energy for the gym. So there's that. Then people would say, oh, I'm disciplined. I was like, so am I. Being disciplined doesn't imply doing something early. It just implies doing something at all, right?
Yeah, because I think you can. Yeah, either way, you know what I'm saying. Like working all day and deciding to go to the gym takes discipline, and getting up in the morning and going to the gym like early enough before you go to work it also takes discipline. Like there's not really a difference. Like it takes discipline to go at literally any time.
Right. So I made a joke saying that like going to the gym in the morning is for rich people. Logically speaking, if I was rich and didn't have to go to work, usually what rich people means,
Right. Either go in the middle of the day.
I'm gonna just
I,
go in the middle of the day.
I don't even think. Yeah, because like going early in the morning probably not a thing for rich people, but literally going in like the middle of the goddamn day when nobody's there, that's rich people.
And if I was rich, my morning would be around 11 or 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
If I
So
was rich, I'd be in shape because I would be able to just that'd be just my day. Like I'd be able to go to the gym, and then also I'd have personal chefs that can like make me food that's mad healthy, but also tastes good, and I wouldn't have to do that shit myself. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
You're just eating tuna tartare all the time.
Right, but at least they'd be like, "Oh, they already cooked this up for me. I don't have an excuse to go to fucking BK and get a Whopper." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. But so yeah, so I was catching slack for that, and it's funny because like I don't think I wasn't saying anything bad about people. If anything, I was complimenting them.
Right.
And some people were like, "Oh, well, I just, I prioritize and I do this and do that." And I'm like, "All right, man, I'm not shaming you for going to the gym before
No,
work. I'm just saying that I do it better, like."
that's
No, no, no. I was gonna say I personally do
for
I do
you.
it better. Yeah, I do it better after work.
I thought that sound wild. Like I'm not shaming you. I'm just better than you, bro.
I mean, some people that were telling me that shit, I'm like, I don't want to look like you. So
Man, bro.
no, it's fun. But no, other than that, man. Also, I like to hoop it up, swim, take the steam room and stuff like that. I can't take my sweet time in the morning.
True. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think it's cool because in the morning you kind of get a more strict thing. You can kind of maybe get into a habit. But if you want to just be at the gym and chill, but I think most people that's not how they think it is, and by most people I mean me, because I'm just like I'm going to gym because I know I need to go and I'm trying to work out, and so I'm trying to put in an hour there tops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like an hour there, if I can get a little bit more, because I was trying to find out what to do. Like so be it, but what I'm saying, I'm not trying to spend a shit like a shit ton of time there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just
Yeah,
like I got stuff to do.
for
Like go
sure.
to
Yeah, I feel you on that. I just enjoy like just the possibilities. Like I understand the merit of it because people are like, yeah, like I get it out of the way, and after work, people are like, oh, you want to go out? It's like, oh, sure, I got nothing, But also, what if I told you that the time I'm telling you I'm at work is also factored in the gym?
right.
What if you were like, yo, JB, you want to kick it tomorrow? I'm like, well, I got to work 9 to 7, and I really work 9 to 5, but the 7 is the gym
Yeah.
too. Because then
My,
you're like, oh, all right, yeah.
I would say the biggest benefit would be when you go after work is when literally everybody and their mama is there, and so you know what I'm saying. You got to worry about sharing machines and. You know what I'm saying? Like people for bigger people, you gotta worry about being there with the people who already won and are in shape. And you're like, all right, damn, okay, this
Well, there's
this
okay.
cool
So
for my self esteem.
listen, the thing about that, which I mean, that's a whole other thing. Everyone's in their own lane; they're doing their own shit.
Right.
But beyond that, what I'm saying is, if you really do work out properly, not to say I'm an expert, but I work with experts, and like when I work out with experts, like whatever. Sometimes, they talk about how like you're supposed to be isolating muscles anyway. So the machines that you need are only around 3 to 4 different types of machines anyway, and you should be able to find that no matter how busy it is, right? That
Mm-hmm.
excuse is usually people that are just like to freestyle and like throw every type of machine. They're like, oh, I'm doing legs and shoulders. You're like, all right. But
Nah,
anyway,
I was just saying because some people would just be like, it'd be like everything else. Like you don't want to go places sometimes. Like if the people got like social anxiety or whatever, they don't want to be there when there's like a whole shit ton of people there. You
yeah,
know?
that's fine. I understand that, which is usually, yeah, in the morning or late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
which I used to. I mean, back when I was single, you know what I'm saying? Nah, like back yeah, I mean back when I used to work out late, I used to work like, work out 9, 10 o'clock at night and
Mm-hmm.
then eat till like midnight or some shit. Or eat at midnight and then
I used to do that more so when I was living on campus. We go to hoop at the gym like super late. Be out there like 10, 8, 9 playing basketball, and then we'd be like, oh shit! Like if it was like 8, and then we stop hooping around 9:30, and the dining hall closed at 10. We're like, oh, let's see what they got still in there.
yeah, yeah. Or
Yeah.
that or as for us there was like a Denny's that was close to campus. So I'd be like, yo, let's go.
All right, but
But yeah, nah, man, the gym's lit. I actually just got done before this. Came back for shouts to the homie Ruben from Self Made Fitness, putting him on. He's the
Ruben.
one bought the shirt. Yo, I got a perfect video idea. He said he can't do it now because he's low carbing, like a pro. He's never eaten a Reuben before, and his name's Ruben.
Damn, bro.
So we're gonna videotape him eating a Reuben for the first time.
Me, don't get it on Rye, fam. That's my only. But that's just me. I don't fuck with Rye like that.
It's an OG though.
Nah, I gotta get on something else.
That's
Don't give me that Marvel shit.
Anyway, man, I think we've arrived. Burn.
To the songs of the week, fam. What you got this week?
So not too old. It is older, not older, but it's a known song. It's thematic. Shouts to Mother's Day, all the mamas, babies, mamas, and all them grandmamas, stepmamas, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Song called "Mother We Share" from Churches.
Okay,
it's a vibe. Just check it out.
There you go.
Very like 80s theme. It's sounding, but yeah, it's good. It's a good song. "Mother We Share" by Churches.
There we go.
Happy Mother's Day, Ma.
There you go. My song of the week. There was a lot of albums that dropped. So the first one I listened to actually was Ari Lennox, homegirl who does R&B. She signed to J. Cole. She finally dropped her album last week. It's called what is it called? It's called Shea Butter Baby. Definitely go check that out. But she got a couple songs in there that are bangers. But one of my favorite ones is Broke featuring JID. Another one on there is I've Been, also pretty fire. But then also there's a couple other things that came out. Logic came out with his album. We had the one where we had the Eminem single on there. I know I saw you on Facebook saying you weren't fucking with it. I already did my review on it.
It was dude, it was very painful. Like I don't like, dude. Also, shouts to Stud from TTS. It's like, yo, we get it. You rap fast, man. Like, not everything needs to be 500 words per second, bro. Like, it's enunciate, you know?
Right. And like again, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like one style of the other. Like, you can rap fast and do it well. You can rap slow and do it well. You know what I'm saying? I think I used to be more like, oh, real rap, this and that. And then as I gotten older, I was like, you know what? I don't really care that much. As long as I can bang to the song, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. But sometimes people be so into being technically proficient, they don't really be caring about making good songs, and that kind of be irking me. But
yeah, you're right. My bad. It's like a balance that they want to stay to their like what they're known, their identity, as well as like pump out good music. They're balancing those two, right?
Right. So that's the thing too, like because Logic's album before this one that came out last September, I want to say. I really enjoyed that one. I was like, okay, I like this album. I know he gets a lot of shit on the internet. People saying, oh, he always just brings up being black and white. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. But then, I listened to this album and then, like, there's some songs. He always gets really good beats. He's not obviously he's good at rapping, but if he's doing the same shit over and over again, like, but there's some songs I'm not about on this one. And then there's some songs that are okay. So, I would say the album's like, okay, I think I like the last one better. I definitely like his earlier work a little bit more than, what he's been doing somewhat lately. But you know what I'm saying? So definitely check it out for yourself. Some other shit I listened to the Young Nudies album that he had with Pierre Bourne. If you listen to more like kind of, Lil Durk type shit, definitely fuck with that. Also, Stunna 4 Vegas is gonna be on the pod. I'm gonna drop that. But homeboy, he runs with DaBaby. I'm sure, if you fuck with DaBaby, you probably heard Stunna 4 Vegas, but I'm gonna throw, his song on the pod. You probably already heard it if you made it to this point on the pod.
DaBaby shouts to Lance from Turned Up.
Of course. But yeah, those are my songs of the week, my album reviews. Definitely check those guys out.
Sick, man. So for volume 85, man, appreciate you putting up with me week in, week out, Ty. For all the buckets that continue to listen, man, we salute y'all. We thank you for all the continuous efforts. For the new buckets, Ty, can you tell them where they can find us?
Yeah, not really sure what you listen to us on today, but if just so you know, and if you want to spread the word, let people know that we're also on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Play. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Spotify. We're on Stitcher Radio. And we're pretty much anywhere you can kind of get and finesse you the podcast. But make sure you know hit us up on the socials. Make sure you know check us out on Facebook. At the Bucket Up Podcast. We're on Instagram at the Bucket Hat Boys, and we're on Twitter at we're on Twitter at Bucket Up Podcast. So hit us up, answer questions, let us know how often you be showering. Hopefully, it's not just 2 or 3 times a week. When you go to the gym, like you know what I'm saying, like
before work, after work, no work.
if you saw these movies, you can DM us or tell us how you feel about them. All the shit, bro.
What's your beer pong rules? Tell us your beer pong rules.
Yeah, or if you just fuck with us, shouts to all the OGs who fuck with us and Iraq. Shouts to Kurt. Shouts to Molly, Kurt and Molly Soppy, the OG couple. Shouts to Jesse, the other Jesse, my homeboy Spock. Shouts to Kurt Rogers. Just a little bit of the OGs.
Trav, Aubrey,
obviously,
Joel,
always getting the shout out.
Cheeto, DJs, Ontario.
Word.
Osahani just graduated from USC.
Shouts to Tegan, little baby Tegan.
He's funny as shit. Paw Patrol.
Out here this weekend, he said the word puppy. So big things popping. But yeah, no, definitely interact with us. Let us know if even if you just want to say fuck DoorDash real quick. So hit us up on the socials. Make sure you follow the link, click the link to get the Sunday Scaries. So if you're buying the gummies, let us know. If you're using the promo code, let us know. You know what I'm saying? And we got some skits and we got some cool shit on the way.
Shit, man.
Yeah, but we're out this bitch.
85, man. We out.
Cha-chia. All right, we gotta do the recap.
Cool. That was a good one.
Yeah.
You had me wrong when you said Pikachu was like there was an animated one. I was like, oh, there's a real life one coming.
That's funny,
bro. How funny is it they're clowning the Sonic character? Everyone's like, yo, what the fuck is it?
They clowned it so much that they said they're gonna actually redo it.
Really?
They're like, yeah, we heard y'all, so we're gonna go back to the drawing board. Like, damn, y'all know y'all fucked up that bad.
Bro, they had like the ugliest like Converse or whatever. Everyone's like,
I don't get this. They just make it look like how he already looked. Like, what are you doing?
Everyone's like, what the?
I'm like, just make it look like how we all know how he looked.
Like, he's gonna drop rings and people can be like, yo, just get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
it's one thing you're doing a movie and like that's already absurd. Like, but then at least make the nigga look like him. Like, what? I don't get it. Like, yo, we gonna make him tweak him because I think they were trying to make it look more like an in between of what an actual hedgehog would look like in like Sonic, and it's like, bro, it's a cartoon. We all understand that this dude ain't real. You don't need to make him look like a human thing or not. Just make him look like how we know how he looked.
Right, I did, and like a hedgehog. I don't know.
It was CGI, bro. Just make him look how he animated. Like, what are you doing? Just wow.
Nah, yeah. Dude, I was dying laughing because everyone's just like, nah, bro, the fuck.
And the hustle. DoorDash fronts on Jesse. What else? What else we talking about?
Burger King is going down,
You on Burger King?
bro. Yeah, it's almost like 11. Well,
You didn't eat yet? Oh yeah, that's right. So why didn't you get home till 8:30?
Well, I had work, and then they had a happy hour because one of our employees is moving back to Serbia or something. And then after that, I had a personal training session at 7 to 8. And I was like, all right, well, I'll say 8:30 just in case I get back late. And I got back at like 8:10.
Yeah, bro. I was asleep, bro.
Oh, it's all good.
Um,
And so was I yesterday. It was my bad.
yeah, it's all good. Let's see. So I'll say on today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, and then you can say we review the movie The Long Shot and the Hustle, or the movies. Then I'll say DoorDash fronts on Jesse. You can say house parties are for the young, and then I'll say people admitting to being dirty on Twitter, and then you can say when to go to the gym, and I'll say Logic's new album and more.
Cool.
Okay. On today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast,
we review the movie Long Shot and The Hustle.
DoorDash is out here fronting on Jesse.
Yo, house parties are for the young.
People on Twitter admitting that they dirty as hell.
The best times to go to the gym.
Logic's new album and more. I bet. Hopefully I could chop this up when I get home from work tomorrow. I might just drop it tomorrow and we can kind of just promote it late.
Word.
Be all right.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean, Burger King, is there a healthy option?
Get a barbecue chicken sandwich or some shit. But
oh, yo, my roommate is